Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Liz and today I'm going to be telling you the story of when I woke up to strangers in my house. Now I know I'm not normally a storytime channel. I definitely like to post more like workouts and then review sorts of videos, but I figured what better time than during a quarantine to tell you some of the crazy stories that have happened to me. And this was honestly like one of the scariest moments in my life, so. Before we get into that though, make sure you are subscribed to my channel down below, and I'll also leave where you can find me on Instagram, Poshmark, stuff like that, all down there. Now this happened about 2.5 years ago at the end of the summer when I was living in my first apartment with my boyfriend Chris, and we lived in an apartment complex, but it was like lots of little apartment buildings around the property instead of just like one big one, and they were all 3 stories. We lived on the top level, and then we were probably like a 3-minute walk from the leasing office. And I was working at my university's gym over the summer. I was one of the managers on duty, and my shifts were super early in the morning, like 5:30 to 12. And what I would do is I would wake up early, go work, and then come home and nap afterwards. And then after my nap, I would go back and work out. And that was kind of what I did the entire summer. That was my routine. I really liked that routine. I didn't mind waking up knowing I could just go home and nap. I don't know. I was kind of conditioned to do that after being a swimmer growing up, I think. But didn't mind that. I kind of like napping in the middle of the day. And Chris worked a job with normal hours during this time, so he was gone during the day. I was able to just like come home, do my thing, chill with my cats, take a nap, eat something, go back to the gym. It was chill. And one day I woke up from my nap to the voices of men in my apartment talking to each other, opening cabinet doors. I could hear them walking around and stuff. This apartment, you could hear noise through the walls really easily. So like I could hear my neighbors a lot of the time or the people below me. The walls weren't super thick, but they were in my apartment. I could tell they were like literally right on the other side of the door. And I just started panicking. I thought we were being robbed. I thought they were going to murder me. They were going to kidnap me. My 2 cats were out there. I was freaking out because I didn't know how to get them in the room with me. So I walked over, locked the door. I texted Chris. I asked him if he had put in like a maintenance request, because sometimes the apartment complex, if you like put in a maintenance request, they would come, usually knock on the door. You would let them in if they needed to fix like the fridge isn't working or there's a leak in my bathroom or something like that. We hadn't put in a maintenance request. People just let themselves in to my apartment. And normally if an apartment complex is going to be doing routine maintenance in everyone's unit, they'll send out a blast email or something to all of the residents, let them know like, hey, between this time and this time, there'll be people coming into your apartment. We hadn't gotten any of those. I was checking through all of my emails and Chris texted me. He was like, just call the leasing office. And I was terrified to make a noise because I knew if I like called the leasing office and asked them if there were people that were supposed to be doing maintenance in my apartment at this time, if those guys weren't maintenance workers and they heard me, they would like come in and kill me or something. So I crawled as quietly as I could into my closet and waited there. Chris at work called the leasing office and asked them, and they were like,
I don't think anyone is supposed to be doing maintenance in your apartment right now. Let me walk over and check.
What do you mean? So he texts me what she'd said and I start freaking out. I have literal tears coming down my face. Like all of my belongings are gone. I'm going to die. So like I said, we lived pretty close to the leasing office, like right down the hill. So one of the people that were working in the office walked down to my apartment complex, lets herself in, and I can hear her like talking to the people that are in my apartment. Then she comes over and knocks on my bedroom door. So I unlock the door and I open it and they're all standing there like laughing at me. I was pissed. The men were like, oh, we're really sorry, we knocked, no one answered, we assumed you were all like at work or no one was home. What? What if I had been like in the shower or had headphones in or, you know, napping like I was? You guys just let yourself in to these apartments? That's so messed up. I was scared to death and they're sitting there laughing at me. The leasing office lady who had come, she was super apologetic. She didn't really offer an explanation as to why they didn't let us know that people were gonna be doing maintenance in our apartment at this time. But I like looked around, I saw that they were like literally in the middle of doing some sort of work, and my cats were just sitting over there in the corner like looking at me. I didn't even get dressed because I was still in my pajamas from my nap, and I grabbed my car keys and I walked out of the apartment because I could not be in there 1 second longer with them. I was so mad. I got in my car and I think I just drove around for like 20 minutes. When I got back, they were gone. Yeah, that was the end of that. But that wasn't the end of the problems that we had at that apartment. There were lots of maintenance issues, lots of communication issues that happened there. Chris and I look back fondly on that because we like laugh at it now, all the stuff that we went through there. But yeah, at the time it was not fun. It was not fun. I think I wrote a pretty bad Yelp review when we moved out because it was like a horrible experience, and that's literally the most scared I've ever been in my life. But yeah, that is the story of when I woke up to strangers in my house. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to hear more storytime videos, because I do have a few more stories that I think are pretty entertaining, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.